Before we start the video, I just want to give a huge shout out to John Rizzo for giving me a bunch of VR11 cases for this review. Given the rare nature of this wonder weapon, pre-schematic, it was damn near impossible to find one in the game. But with his help, I got enough VR11 cases for me to use for this review. So with that out of the way, welcome to the VR11. Hey everyone, Mr. L here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the VR11 in Modern Warfare Zombies. The VR11 is a wonder weapon that was considered to be at one point one of the worst wonder weapons of all time. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at how the VR11 was treated back in the good old days of 2011.
A Call of the Dead exclusive, the VR11 is often called the worst wonder weapon out there. And you know what? I agree. This has to be the only wonder weapon where I'm not happy to see what the mystery box has given me.
Yeah, things weren't great for the VR11, but how does it fare almost 13 years later now that it's reintroduced in Modern Warfare Zombies? Well, let's go over and find out. The VR11 is a semi-automatic wonder weapon that can be obtained by either getting it from the mystery box for a cost of 950 points, getting it by sheer luck from the Aether supply boxes scattered around Urzikstan, getting it from the reward rift by sheer luck, or crafting it via the schematic plans you acquire from Season 2. That has yet to come out. The VR11 has an ammo capacity of 3 shots in the mag and 9 in reserve, with each shot of the VR11 one-shotting a zombie into a friendly ally that will attract nearby zombies in the area. Unlike its Call of the Dead counterpart, the turned friendly mercenary will now come with weapons and will shoot back at the zombies, dealing damage to them depending on the zone. Here's some terrific news. You can shoot enemy mercs and turn them into friendly zombies with a shot of the VR11. The undead friendlies will march towards whatever enemy soldiers and zombies are in the surrounding area. This will distract enemy mercs from you so you can focus fire on them much more efficiently. Another neat thing about the VR11 is that you can run really goddamn fast with it, which will make running to destinations with stamina an absolute breeze. Unfortunately, there are some flaws to the VR11 that hold it back from true greatness, so let's talk about the bad. For starters, the VR11's reload speeds are really bad, which can be cured by Speed Cola, thankfully. Not to mention, the fire rate on the VR11 is fucking awful. It is so bad that the delay between shots can cause you to miss your shots on the zombies. Be careful when firing the VR11, as ammo is really precious. Adding insult to injury, the base VR11 doesn't do shit against special and elite enemies of MWZ. As the VR11 will not one-shot the special enemies, and given the poor ammo reserves, you'll be practically wasting ammo on these guys. Just avoid using it on the special and elite enemies at all costs. I know the VR11 sounds pretty useless, as the base version is pretty much only good against the mercenaries and the zombies, but in a shocking twist, the Pack-a-Punch version offers way more to the table than the base version.
Believe me, it's not nearly as bad as it once was.
When you Pack-a-Punch the VR11, you get the VR11 Lazarus. The VR11 Lazarus now comes with 6 shots in the mag and 18 shots in reserve, and it now comes with stronger shots that you can deal against special and elite enemies. And when I say stronger, I mean it. Now, let's go over what the VR11 Lazarus brings to the table with its new abilities, and trust me, these new abilities will make it a super helpful support weapon, so let's list them off. A shot of the VR11 Lazarus can not only repair tires on vehicles, but it can also refuel and heal vehicles with each shot, and it can also heal the ACV rover during the escort contract. Each shot of the Lazarus is capable of hitting and turning multiple targets if they are lined up properly. You can now shoot squad mates with the VR11 Lazarus pit and give them not only a temporary zombie blood from the undead army, but it will also grant players a temporary damage boost while still under the Lazarus pit's shot.
A side effect of the pit's restorative powers.
Zombies shot from the packed VR11 can now self-destruct. This will only be triggered when the turned ally is at low health from the zombies attacking him. And lastly, the VR11 Kirk Lazarus will now deal a lot more damage against bosses like Stormcaller and Greylorm. The shots are so strong that it takes chunks of their health away to the point of essentially killing them.
Yo, asshole! This motherfucker's dead!
With all of these new features that the VR11 Lazarus brings to the table, you're going to have a wonderful time with this wonderful weapon. Overall, the VR11 is a surprising glow-up from when we last saw it in Call of the Dead. It went from being, in the words of Raging Amish,
The weapon the devs designed to further the plotline of the 4 original characters,
to being quite possibly the best support wonder weapon in all of MWZ. I seriously underestimated how strong the VR11 would be in this game, but shit, it's great! But let's not beat around the bush, as the base version isn't anything special. Sure, it can turn zombies into humans and vice versa with a single shot, but it sucks against special and elite enemies. Don't get me wrong, it's a great monkey bomb type wonder weapon to use against the zombies as a distraction, but that's about it. Now when pack punched, the V-R11 Lazarus will give the weapon more features that will make it into a great support weapon for you and your allies, as it will kill more enemies outside of mercs and zombies, and it can heal vehicles in the ACV rover. I recommend trying out the VR11 if you're playing MWZ either by yourself or with a full squad, as this wonder weapon is a boatload of fun. Well, that concludes the VR11. Hope everyone enjoyed this review and join me next time, where I'll be covering my personal favorite shotgun in this game, the Lockwood 300, or as I call it, the Olympia.